Greetings to all my beautiful viewers. I am Niyo from Conversations with Niyo. For true evolution to take place, our leaders within our various industries have to continuously engage in groundbreaking research. I am proud to reveal that the local music industry has been doing just that. To shed more light on this fascinating topic, we are joined by the magnificent musical maestro, Dane Francis. Mr. Francis, welcome to Conversations with Niyo.
Hi, Niyo. Thank you for having me on your show. It's an extreme honor to be here.
Please, can you tell us more about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Dane Francis. I'm a music producer, a multi genre composer, I'm a performing artist, and I'm a music teacher.
Wow, that was an intriguing introduction indeed. Mr. Francis, you have achieved a great number of musical accolades, not only locally, but internationally as well. I would like to personally congratulate you on all your achievements. Please, can you tell us, where does your passion for music come from?
In order to find where the passion comes from, I've got to go back in time, and kind of think about it is like the earliest time that, or the earliest memory that I do have of music is actually playing with a toy. I remember my cousin and I, we would watch movies and we would kind of like play with our toys and make these kind of sounds, that we would hear in the movie. So that's where it all began. My dad was a drummer, so he was always involved with different musicians, and my mom always was interested in the guitar. So she kind of like pushed me to go to church, and that's where it all began. So the passion came from there, watching different church musicians, and yeah, I just fell in love with it. It's something that I don't switch on. It's not something that I can switch off. It's a God-given talent.
Thank you for taking us on a trip down your personal memory lane. And I can assure you that it has inspired a great many of our viewers. So, Mr. Francis, you have been making headlines on the news scene, And that is quite impressive. And that is why you are here on Conversations with Niyo today. So please, can you tell us all about your groundbreaking research?
So that was the UKZN Composers Initiative that's headed by Neil Gonzalez, and he kind of hooked me up with Volani Mtembu, who's actually the mad scientist behind the AI technology, and so there was a call for collaboration, to see if a human being can collaborate with artificial intelligence, so that's how it all began. And so I I took up the challenge, to try and understand what this computer composed, what did it produce, and try to understand its language, in music. And the results were interesting, and it's something that has become part of me now. Artificial intelligence now can compose, they can mix, they can master, they can even learn music and try and compose things. They can even try to communicate. So it's interesting how the world is evolving. So that's what I found, that it's getting really close to human touch. But there is some missing elements that only a human can do. Because we have a soul and stuff like that. And it's I wonder. I'm curious. Is it something that we can teach a computer? But other than that, I found that stuff that we can learn, maybe 10 years of learning, the computer can learn in like 18 hours.
Yes, my beautiful viewers, that is phenomenal indeed. And I am so proud to be South African right now, because this is a South African first, an African first, if I am not mistaken. Well done to you, Mr. Francis. Well done. And now, very importantly, I want you to please elaborate the importance of education, academic education, regarding pursuing a musical talent.
Well, for me, like music is a God-given talent, you know, and it's something that I always appreciate, you know, and I'm really grateful, you know, that I'm able to understand certain things, you know. But um, it's also kind of cool. It's also kind of cool to just like study what you're doing, you know. So in the sense, it helps you to become a skilled musician, you know. I always had this mindset growing up as, you know, when I first like started to study, like, you know what, I can play, you know, I know I can play, I can really play my instrument, you know. Why do I need to study more, you know? I found that the more that I studied it began to change the way that I played, you know, and I always wanted to be connected to my soul, you know. But I guess that's a maturity thing, you know. There is a stage in your life where you become one with your instrument, you know. And now, when you are ready, when you become one with your instrument, then you become curious about the intellectual side. Like, you know, why does it work this way? You know, I begin to ask questions, and I'm lucky that, you know, I've had like patient teachers, like, you know, like Demi Fernandez, you know, who was very patient with me to wait, you know, to until he grasped it, Dane grasped the concept, you know. And Neil Gonzalez was who spent time with me, you know, this is the reason why it works that way, you know, explaining things to me, you know. So I guess now the place that I am in now is like, you know, you learn the rules of music so that you can break it when you want to break it. So you learn as much as you can so that you know the rules, so that you can write. You're able to work with people overseas, you know, you're able to speak their language, you know, you're able to do certain things that if you don't study, you won't be able to do that stuff. You won't be absolutely, you know, the academic side has broadened my horizon. It just opened up like doors, you know. It opened up a new level of understanding that there's stuff that I kind of did before, but I did not understand. So if you cannot understand something, how can you explain it? So if you're a kind of guy that wants to explain, dissect, and be able to teach that stuff, you're gonna have to do the academic side. You know, it's not only about talent. You know, it's about understanding as well, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, it's important.
Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. And I'm sure that our many young viewers, musically talented viewers, will really benefit from your pearls of wisdom. Mr. Francis, I would love to hear a track that you have worked on.